What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we got our tier list for the epic heroes and the rare heroes. Like and subscribe for more amazing mobile gaming content. Yesterday, we went and did our tier list for all the legendaries. Today, we got the epics and the rares. Let's jump into this. Definitely, I would say one of the weakest epic heroes in this game. We have infantry, gathering, and skills. Mostly specifically used for gathering, really not used for battle at all. Deals 1 instant of direct damage, and then the passive skill just increases the troop attack by a percentage and troop health. Talent wise, most of the talents are focused on infantry attack and defense, as well as a little bit of gathering. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put them in the B area. Next up we have is the Niflung Settler. I don't know how to say this name. This specific hero you can actually get for completely free just by doing the event that's currently going on when you go ahead and you first start off in a new server. There's a brand new event that's going to go on where you're going to get these little bells from attacking the monsters out on the PvE battlefield, and then you use those bells to go ahead and summon the leaders, and then once you go ahead and rally the leaders, defeat the leaders, you have a chance to drop his hero fragments. Definitely, this is the best epic hero in this game. A leader, jungler, and support. Most notably, jungler. This is the only epic hero that has this. The hero is good at dealing with the Niflungs, other neutral units on the map. So specifically for going out and doing the PvE content, using up your hero stamina. Definitely an amazing character for that. Not only getting some healing, but you're also getting the AoE damage, which is so good for those neutral units. It's a really fast way to gain hero XP. Any hero that you want to level up, pairing them with this specific hero is going to give you double value. Putting him in the S, definitely by far the best epic. Next up, we have Liberator Olina, Archer PvP skills. Another one that's really decent, worth building out, not super duper broken as the other one that we mentioned, but she's definitely one that is good if you are free to play or a very low spender. We're gonna put her in the A category. Next up, we have the epic hero that everyone starts off with, the Wolf Whisperer. He's decent hero. He's not amazing, but he's also not like crappy either. Pretty much good at doing a variety of different things, focuses mainly on skills. And then also another decent passive as well. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put him in the A. Next up, we have the Wasteland Hunter. This is another one that I think is really not that great. Focuses mainly on gathering, skills, and porter. Taking a quick look at their basic skill, deals 2 instances of direct damage. And then the other one, when dealing a basic attack, a 15% chance to inflict bleeding, which is decent, but they're mostly used for gathering. If you take a look at their talent trees, increases the deployed troops' food gathering. We're getting porter defense, porter health, porter march speed, which again, this doesn't help us at all in battle. So we're really not going to be having their active skills or passive skills go out unless someone kind of just ambushes us. Put them in the B, but I definitely think they're a really good gatherer. Next, we got Brutal Fighter, Infantry PvP, and a Basic Attacker. Another one that's a solid PvP unit. Kind of like if you really just want to focus mainly on just putting out a lot of damage. Basically just increases a lot of basic attack damage, kind of like a glass cannon hero. So it's good, but at the same time, there are some drawbacks with the lack of defense. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put her in the A. And we got the Serpent Priest, Lindy, Archer, Gathering, and Skills. Now this is one that I actually think is a better gatherer than the other ones. We'll take a look at her skills real quick. Causes the targets to be poisoned, taking 1 instance of damage per second, which I really like the poison for long battles. And then when counterattacking, a 15% chance to reduce the target's basic attack damage, which again, I like that passive ability. Taking a look at the talents though, it's not mostly focused on gathering. It's kind of like a decent mixture. The archers are the characters that the talents are buffing, and archers are really good for attacking in this game. Kind of like the idea that you can use her in 2 different ways. Like she has some decent versatility to her where you can use her to specifically go out and gather and get like a little bit of extra resources, but you can also pair her up with archers and she can kind of lead an archer team to like PvP, light PvP, light PvE content. Not like amazing, but definitely like a versatile hero is what I would say. I'm going to put her in the A. Next up, we got the Immortal Totem, pikeman, gathering, and skills. This is another hero that I think is one of the better gatherers because, again, he's pretty much kind of like the last hero we just mentioned, where he has a decent amount of versatility. He can be used in the PvP, PvE aspect, focusing mainly on pikemen, leads a different group, right? It's literally kind of the same as the hero we just talked about, except she was mainly archers. This is pikemen. And then our final epic hero we have is going to be Fearless Guard Water, focusing mainly on pikemen, PvP combat, and counter attacking. You kind of get like a nice like defensive role from this hero, with some other things where you're increasing your pikemen's health, your defense, and their attack, and then also just increasing counter attacking as well. Another one that I'm putting in the A area. All right, let's move on to our final list, the rares. We only got 4, so it's going to be quick. First up, we got is the Loyal Guard, focuses on infantry, gathering, and skills. Now you're going to notice that pretty much all 4 of these rare heroes all focus mainly on gathering. None of them are good for PvP or pretty much anything else. So they're all kind of bad in an instance, but there is one that I think is a little bit better than the others. Some good passive damage with his basic skill, inflicting the bleeding status, and then the passive ability has a chance to poison the enemy as well, with the talents mostly focusing on infantry and then a little bit of kind of gathering, but definitely not one of the better ones. So we're gonna go ahead. Next up, we have the Alps Will Eugene. This is another one. He's pretty much the same as the other guy. Porter, gathering, and defense. Deals direct instance of damage. When receiving damage, there's a 40% chance to increase the lead squad's attack by a percentage for an amount of time. Again, this is another hero I really just don't like. He increases stuff like the porter's health, the porter's defense. You're really not using the porters to go ahead and deal any kind of damage in this game. They're mostly just strictly used for gathering. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put him in the B. I think he's definitely one of the weaker rares. Next up, we have is Ulf, another one who I think is really bad. He's pretty much the same as this last one we just talked about, gathering, basic attack, and pikemen. And then the last one we have is Frost Thorn. This, I would say, is the best rare in the game, the best blue rare. Archer, gathering, and support, because the basic skills are going to focus on healing. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to heal all lightly wounded troops, which is very important. And then finally, when receiving the healing effects, a chance to increase your attack power. So you could use them strictly to go ahead and gather resources, or you could use him as a very good secondary commander to get that healing off to go ahead and help your troops out in combat. Really not using him offensive wise, but we like that he has that support effect. So good secondary commander. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put him in the S because I think he is the best blue rare. That is it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this tier list. Stay happy, stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace.